Good morning, children. Welcome back to mathematics class. Hope you all are fine and safe and staying at your home. Let us start. This is class 10th, subject mathematics. Name of the book is NCERT. Chapter number 3, pair of linear equations in two variables. Lecture number 7, exercise 3.5. Children, in previous lecture, lecture number 6, I made you understand how to solve word problems based on elimination method, which is one of the most important method to solve a pair of linear equations in two variables. Today I am going to introduce the another method of solving a pair of linear equation in two variable, that is cross multiplication method. So the topics to be covered will be cross multiplication method, and one more thing we are going to learn today, how to calculate the values of the unknown variable when you will be having any of the three conditions given. Condition number 1, when the lines are intersecting and unique solutions exist. Condition number 2, when the lines are parallel, no solution exists. Condition number 3, when the lines are going to be coinciding each other and infinitely many solutions exist. So let us start, children. This is cross multiplication method. First of all, I am going to make you understand on the basis of the generalized form of a pair of linear equations. After that, using the same formula of cross multiplication method, we will be solving many questions of exercise 3.5. So let us start. This is the generalized form of a pair of linear equation, or I can call it the standard form as well. Fine. So this is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. What is to be done for cross multiplication method? First of all, here you are going to write the very first variable, that is x, then another variable, that is y, and here we are going to consider a constant value, that is 1. Children, here I am going to hide the content, or I should say the numerical values, the numerical coefficients which are attached with x. So what is to be done? For x, you are going to hide the content which is written along with the variable x. Take rest, like you have to take b1, b2 and c1, c2. Here I have written b1, b2, c1, c2. Correct? Now for variable y, I am hiding y. You have to just go to the next consecutive one. Like after this y, you have to reach on the constant value. I am hiding it. So what I have got here? c1, c2, and then switching to that a1, a2. c1, c2, a1, a2. Fine. Now for the constant one. For constant, I have told you that you have to take 1. I am hiding this constant. So definitely I have to go to a1, a2, b1, b2. a1, a2, b1, b2. You are not supposed to disturb the sequence. If you are hiding 1, this is 1, 2, 3. You are hiding 1, so you have to take 2, 3 first. You are hiding 2, so you have to take 3 and 1. You are hiding 3, third value, you have to take 1 and 2. Understood? Okay. As the name of the method is cross multiplication, so what is to be done now? X upon you have to write. b1 will be multiplied by c2 with minus sign. You have to operate minus when you are going to multiply b2 by c1. So it would become the complete expression, that is b1 into c2 minus b2 into c1. Understood? Is equal to y upon c1 into a2. Here you are going to operate minus sign, minus a1 into c2 is equal to 1 upon a1 into b2 minus you are going to operate, so minus a2 into b1. Correct? So these are basically three expressions which we have got. Now what we are going to do, we have to calculate the values of x as well as y, because our generalized form of the equation, which was a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. was with the variable x and y. So now I am going to equate this first expression with the constant value so that I can calculate the value of x. Equating this, because all the three expressions are equal, so you can equate any of the two. Here, to calculate the value of x, I am going to equate this value with constant value. Now b1 into c2 minus b2 into c1 will be multiplied by 1 by cross multiplication. So what is the value of x you have got? This is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon the complete expression, which is written as the denominator for 1. a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this is the value of x which we are going to use to solve the questions. Now, for finding the value of y, I am going to equating these two terms, term number 2 as well as term number 3. Definitely this will be multiplied by 1. See children. So y is equal to c1a2 minus a1 c2 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is a1 b2 minus a2 b1 will be written as it is. So through this, I have just told you how to calculate the values of x as well as y in the case of generalized form. Understood? Now, we are going to switch to exercise 3.5 of NCERT. The very first question. Which pair of linear equations has unique solution? Let us recall what is the condition for unique solution. This is a1 upon a2 will not be equal to b1 upon b2. For no solutions, what is the condition for no solution, children? a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. Or infinitely many solutions. For infinitely many solution, you know that the lines will coincide each other and the condition satisfied will be a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Now in case there is a unique solution, whenever unique solution exists, then you have to apply cross multiplication method to calculate the values of the variable present in those equations. Correct? So this is first question, first part. X minus 3y minus 3 is equal to 0. 3x minus 9y minus 2 is equal to 0. Always remember one thing. You can apply cross multiplication method only when you will be having the actual generalized form given. Means this is actually a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. Means you have to take care about it that c1 should not be on RHS side. It must be on left hand side only. Now what is the condition given in the question? That you have to apply cross multiplication method only when the solutions are unique. So let us check the conditions first of all. For that I am going to compare equation number 1 as well as 2 by the standard form of pair of linear equation. So after comparing, I have got a1 is equal to 1, a2 is equal to minus 3 and a2 is equal to plus 3, b1 is equal to minus 3, b2 is equal to minus 9, c1 is equal to minus 3 and c2 is equal to minus 2. This is not new for you. You have done so many questions based on the same. Now 1 upon 3, this is a1 upon a2 is equal to minus 3 upon minus 9. I am going to cancel minus sign here. Again I have got 1 upon 3. But it is not equal to minus 3 upon minus 2. After cancelling minus sign, I have got 3 upon 2. So what is the condition, children? a1 upon a2. Here you can see a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. This is the condition for no solutions. So definitely when solutions are not going to be exist, so you cannot apply cross multiplication method. Now I am going to take next question. Let us see whether the condition of unique solution be there or not. So this is question number 1, second part. Given equations are 2x plus y is equal to 5. So what I have done, children, here 5 was on RHS. So I am going to bring it on this side, left hand side, as I have told you that cross multiplication method will be applicable only for generalized form. So this will become 2x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now next equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. So I am going to bring 8 again on this side. It will become 3x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. First of all, we have to check whether the solutions are unique or no solutions or infinitely. Because if solutions are unique, then and only then you can apply cross multiplication method. The same strategy which we adopted for the previous part. We are going to compare both these equations with the generalized form. So after comparing with the generalized form, what we have got, children? See, I have got A1 is equal to 2, B1 is equal to 5 and C1 is equal to minus 5. Let us check once. A1 is equal to 2, B1 is equal to 1 and C1 is equal to minus 5, right? Similarly, A2 is equal to 2, A2 is equal to 3, B2 is equal to 2 and A3 is equal to minus 8. Check this. 3, 2 and minus 8. Fine. Now here 2 upon 3 is not equal to 1 upon 2. Means A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. This is a condition for unique solution. And in the question it is clearly said, if the solutions are unique, then what is to be done? We have to apply cross multiplication method to come to know the values of x as well as y. Fine. The formula, children, which I told you, by cross multiplication method, what will we get? X upon B1 into C2 minus B2 into C1. Let us check once. Is it same or not? Look. This is x upon B1 into C2 minus B2 into C1. It must be there with what? A1 into B2 minus A2 into B1. Correct? Here, this is the constant value A1 into B2 minus A2 into C1. Similarly, y upon C1 into A2 minus A1 into C2. This is nothing new which I have written. Whatever concept I have just taught you based on the cross multiplication, children, the same I am going to adopt now. Fine. Here, after comparing, you know the values of A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. These values I am going to insert over here. Right? Let us check 1. B1 is what? 1. Here I have written 1. C2 is what? Minus 8. Here I have written minus 8. Minus sign will come definitely between. This is B2 is 2 and C1 is minus 5. Correct? In the same manner, y upon C1 is minus 5. A2 is 3, minus sign, A1 is 2 and C2 is minus 8 is equal to 1 upon A1 and B2. Both are A1 and B2, both are 2 and 2. So putting 2 and 2 minus A2 is 3 and B1 is 1. Now just simply solve them. 1 into minus 8 will give you minus 8. Minus into minus will become plus and 2 5s will become 10 is equal to, this is minus 15, this is plus 16. Is equal to 1 upon 4 minus 3. This 4 minus 3 will become 1 only. This is 1 upon 1. So x upon 2 is equal to y upon 1 is equal to 1 upon 1. So what did I do to calculate the value of x? I was going to compare this term number 1 with the term number 3. Right? So x upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 1. Similarly, y upon 1 is also 1 upon 1. While cross multiplying, x will be 2 and y will be 1. Understood, children? So these are two questions which I have taken based on cross multiplication method. Now switch to the next topic. For what values of A and B does the following pair of linear equations have infinite number of solutions? So you will be having infinite number of solutions given. You have to just calculate the values of A and B. So the equation is, this is question number 2, first part of exercise 3.5. First equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. Can I write it 2x plus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0? As I told you that which form do I require? The generalized form. Now, you will be having second equation given, that is a minus b into x plus a plus b into y is equal to 3a plus b minus 2. So children, this is complete constant. I am going to bring it on this side. Instead of changing the value of each and every term of 3a plus b minus 2, what I am going to do? I am just bringing one minus sign outside the complete term. Look, when this complete will be coming over here, here before it there is plus sign outside. If it will be coming on this side, so definitely there will be minus sign, right? So this, what has it become now? a minus b into x plus a plus b into y minus of 3a plus b minus 2 is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Now, by comparing equation number 1 and 2 by the standard form. Why I am going to compare it with the standard form? Because first of all, I have to check whether the solutions are infinite or not, so that I can calculate the value of a1 as well as a2. So a1 is 2, b1 is 3. Look, a1 is 2, b1 is 3 and c1 is minus 7. The same I have written over here. Compare this please. So a2 is a minus b, b2 is a plus b, and what is c2? Minus of 3a plus b minus 2. This complete I have written over here. Now for infinitely many solutions, children, the condition is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. I am going to insert these values over here. Now I have taken equation, this term number 1 and term number 2. Look, because all the three terms are equal of each other, so what can I do? I am just going to take first two terms as equal one. After cross multiplying, 2 will be multiplied by a plus b and 3 will be multiplied by a minus b. I have got 2a plus 2b is equal to 3a minus 3b. So through this I have got 5b is equal to a, means a is equal to 5b. Now I am going to compare term number 2 as well as term number 3. Look, on taking second and third term we get, this is second term, see this is second term, this is third term. I am writing over here. Again cross multiplying, this complete expression will be multiplied by 3. So what I have got, 9a plus 3b minus 6 is equal to 7a plus 7b. After solving, I have brought both the terms over here. After solving the complete expression, children, I have got 2a minus 4b minus 6 is equal to 0. Taking 2 as a common, it will become a, and that common will go to 0. 0 into that common or divided by 2 will become 0. So a minus 2b minus 3 is equal to 0. So this is a minus 3 is equal to 2b. Understood? Now this was the value of a. I am going to insert this value over here to come to know the value of b, as we did in substitution method. Look, putting the value of a from equation number 3 in equation number 4. What was the value of a? A is equal to 5b. And this is equation number 4. So here I am going to put 5b minus 3 is equal to 2b. This is coming on this side. 2b will come on left hand side. It will become 3b is equal to 3. So b is equal to 1. Put this value of b over here. So 5 into 1 will become what? 5. So hence the required values are a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 1. Now this is last question of today's lecture. This is question number 2, second part. Find the value of k. In previous question, this is also based on the same type. In previous question, children, you calculated the values of two variables. And what was the condition given? You had, correct, infinitely many solutions. But here, you will be having no solutions given. Look, find the value of k such that the equations have no solution. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. After converting them into the generalized form, what I have written, 3x plus y minus 1 is equal to 0. This 1 has come on this side. And 2k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y. This again, this is 2k plus 1. I am bringing it on left hand side. It would be minus of 2k plus 1 is equal to 0. Correct? Now I am going to compare both the equations with the generalized form. So a1 will be 3. This is 3. b1 will be 1. This is numerical coefficient of y. And c1 will be minus 1. Understood, children? Again, not new for you. a2 will be 2k minus 1. b2 will be k minus 1. And c2 will be minus of 2k plus 1. For no solution, what is the condition? a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. So I have just inserted the value over here. As they both are equal, so definitely I have to equate them only. Here the second term as well as the third term are not equating to each other. Why? Because they are not equal. So from first as well as from second term I have got the value of k as 2. How? While cross multiplying. Clear, children? Now, though I have got the value of k, but I have to verify whether this value is appropriate or not. Because in the question it was clearly given that the solutions are not going to be exist. Means there will be no solution existing. So let us check whether the condition of no solution is going to be verified or not. So what I did, a1 upon a2, you have this 3 upon 2k minus 1. Putting the value of k over here, this will become 3 upon 2 into 2 minus 1. That is 3 upon 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 upon 3, that is 1. Now b1 upon b2. Children, this was b1 upon b2, 1 upon k minus 1. Look, here I am going to insert the value of k. So 1 upon 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 upon 1, that is 1. Now last value is c1 upon c2, that is 1 upon 2k plus 1. Instead of k I am going to put the value of 2. The value 2, that is the value of k. 1 upon 2 into 2 plus 1, that is 1 upon 5. Now let us check. 1 is equal to 1 but not equal to 1 upon 5. So here what can we say? That a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2. So definitely no solution exists for what value of k? For k is equal to 2. Getting this? Okay children. So that's it for the day. Everybody please get your mathematics homework. This is your maths homework. Homework questions of lecture number 7 belongs to chapter number 3, exercise 3.5. Please note down children. Do question number 1, third part as well as fourth part. In both the parts you have to apply cross multiplication method. But what is the condition? That if the solutions are unique, then and only then you can apply. If solutions are either infinite or no solutions existing, then you are not supposed to apply cross multiplication method. You have to just drop the question there. For that I have explained you just now. Question number 3 you have to do using both the methods. One is substitution, another is cross multiplication. It is only one question actually. You have to do these questions in homework notebook. And along with it, children, I have made you do many statement sums, many word problems. I hope now you may be capable to form the pair of linear equations yourself based on the word problems. So I am going to give you question number 4, A to E of exercise 3.5 just to try. Only you have to just form the pair of linear equations in your practice notebook. Understood children? And regarding homework solutions. In homework, I gave you only the revision work. Fine, all the questions are taught by me. So you have to just revise those questions and I hope that you may not be having any doubt. Thank you and have a nice day.